What's going on, guys? Jesse Haynes here with cardlines.com, and I'm excited for another Reignmakers video in which we've teamed up with DraftKings to talk about the new Reignmakers Football product. Now, in the past couple Reignmaker videos, we've done an introduction to it as a whole and how it combines sports card collecting with daily fantasy sports, but today's is a little bit different. Over the last couple videos, I have stumbled through the PGA, and I'm excited because I more actively follow and consume football, and I'm really excited about the opportunity to show you guys the DraftKings product for, something that I'm a little bit more comfortable with. That said, I did win some money in the last DraftKings PGA competition that I did, so there's something to hang my hat on. Now, for the football, it works just like daily fantasy sports. There's two different. There's classic, where you do a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and flex, or you can do a showdown, which is where you have a captain who has 1.5 times your fantasy score. So if you're used to DraftKings Daily Fantasy, you've probably seen a model that looks like this. Or you can do a deep roster contest, which is probably a little bit more like the fantasy that you play throughout the season with your friends. You're filling 9 spots, including a defense. And the defense here, please note that defensive players score fantasy points based on the team they play for. So no matter who you have on that team, you're going to get the amount of points that their team scores. So whether it's their best performer of the day or their worst performer, you get a flat score based on the team defense. Also note that they're superstar cards, and these are updated throughout the year. Per contest, you're only allowed 1 superstar in your lineup. That said, thankfully, there's not a ton of superstars. I think there's only 6 actively. It's Eckler, McCaffrey, Josh Allen, Justin Jefferson, Pat Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. So you can't have more than one of these guys on your roster at any time. Much like we saw for the PGA, there are different tiers of rarity, and the rarity can gatekeep which contest you can enter. So for some, you might have to have, hypothetically, like 4 rare cards and an elite card. For some, you'll be able to enter with just core cards, or maybe all core and 1 rare card. I'll link this page below, so just pop over here and note the different kinds of cards, the different tiers of rarity, and the different contests that those can get you into. So for this video, what I'm going to do, I have $30 in my account right now. I'm going to set a budget of $25, and I'm just buying common cards today. But the common cards you can buy for pretty dang cheap right now, and my gut tells me it's because not a whole lot of people know about the football version of Reignmakers right now, but as we get closer to the season, just like sports cards trickle up in value, these are also going to climb up in value. So I'm going to take advantage of the somewhat sleepy market right now and spend $25 and try to build out as good of a lineup as I can for this contest right here, this deep roster contest. So I need 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, a kicker, a defense, and a flex. So you heard it. Now we're going to go make it happen. We're going to go here. You go to Shop Football. We're pulling up the Marketplace. So $25 is my cap. Again, I'm just going to buy core common cards. But here's this momentum set, Patrick Mahomes, that it looks like I can pick up for the low price of $1.95. Patrick Mahomes. You can also sort by position. So when I'm looking at running backs, I can sort by running backs, and it's going to pull up all the running backs. I can do it even by rarity tier, and like I said, I'm just looking for core cards right now, so I can sort it here and look through, and wow, I could get, Derrick Henry for 60 cents. I'm feeling particularly bougie, and I'm going to search for Tony Pollard. I believe in Pollard next year, so we're going to buy Tony Pollard for 70 cents. We just snatched Saquon Barkley for running back number 2, and we need a backup running back, so how about Jonathan Taylor? Moving on to receivers now, we're going to start with Tyreek Hill. We're going to buy Jamar Chase to play opposite him. And I'm going to pick up a Justin Jefferson as well. And now I know that it said that both, as of right now, Mahomes and Jefferson are on the superstar list, so I cannot play them both in a contest. I do think it would be advantageous to at least have them both on my roster, and I'm picking them up for very cheap right now. Thinking about tight ends, there's obviously only one player that I am chasing, and that is going to be the great Travis Kelce. Heard that he's 47 years old going into next year, but until I start seeing a decline with my own eyes, I'm just going to ride this man to the championship. Defense is something that I'm not particularly sweating, but we're going to buy Sauce Gardner. He's 55 cents, and the Jets are very good. They were great last year, and this year they could be even better. They didn't lose much defensively, so we're going to trust this. Remember, with the defense, you just get points based on how the defense does week to week. This might be more of a matchup-based shop from week to week, but again, if the cards are anywhere from 50 cents to a couple dollars, you can probably spring on a card that has a good matchup defensively. And kicker, I'm going to buy Evan McPherson. I think this is a lower numbered version. It was $1, so there you have it. There's my set. I've got some backups. I got a backup running back, backup wide receiver, and I haven't assembled a lineup that looks basically like a fantasy death lineup. If I ever see these cards lining up opposite me, I am going to be wanting to set out of the matchup for a week. That's a stacked team, and it's going to be fun to put these guys into a lineup every week to week going in. And again, like I said, the cards are very cheap right now, so I think now is the time to buy them. It's going to be interesting to see how they move and how it transitions over to the 2023 season as we get closer, but these Reignmaker football cards are going to be a very big, fun way that collectors can really engage with the sport. We love sitting on our couch and yelling at our fantasy players every Sunday, and revolving our mood and our attitude for the week around how our fantasy players do, which we cannot control at all. And this will be a little bit better because at least there's some strategy in which players that we pick out. We have a pick of the lot. We can grab the ones we want, drop them in a lineup, and see how it does. So come back more. There is a drop scheduled for 4/20 at 5 o'clock Central Time, I believe. So I'm going to hop on and get in on that 4/20 drop and unwrap a pack there. So watch my video that evening, and we will be buying a pack, opening it, and checking out the cards inside. So, see you then.